Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Squirtle Squadcast. We've got an exciting discussion for you today because we have very little scripted, and so that means hilarity all around. I'm Nick, aka Majorasfan, your host, with co-host Scott.
Huh?
Yeah, and we've also got Jasem.
Hi.
And Marissa.
Oops.
And we have Zach joining us today.
I like rubber ducks.
You're so excited, guys. You should be, viewers. Get ready. This is going to be a great discussion.
Buckle your
So, then let's talk about Flood.
Yeah, I'm down for some Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, when that happened in the game, that was pretty intense, actually. I like that portion. I have a save part at the Flood, actually, at all times.
I was talking about the gadgets
water
called
thing?
Flood.
Yeah, that's very true. Both are neat. I think Flood was an interesting addition to Mario's moveset in Brawl.
Can someone tell me how to get the Noki Bay rings, by the way? I'm just like, this is really burning. I have 27, okay? 118 shines, and I can't find the last 3 coins in Noki Bay. Can someone, like, make
Wait,
like a
the blue
YouTube video?
coins?
Yeah, I can't find them.
Go to YouTube user Chugga Conroy.
I've had this game for 12 years, and I still can't get more than 118
I actually
shines.
got all 120, but I also
Cheater.
had a walkthrough guide when I was a
That's
kid.
horrible, all those blue coins, man. Like, that's
Yeah,
not fun.
It
They're
was
just
very
like
tough because the
random.
hardest thing is, when you're playing through the game, you just collect whichever one. And then, like, later on when you're hunting for them, you don't know which ones you already got and which ones you didn't. So even if you're using a guide, it's really tough because you got to go to every location and see.
Yeah,
oh,
and
did I
they're
get this
stupid.
one?
It's like, spray this random spot in the sand to get a blue coin.
Yeah, like, legitimately, that's what most of them are.
Pop
Yeah.
on the cataquacks and he'll spit out a blue. Oh, of course.
I was so when I was able to replicate the Gelato Beach 8th shine skip, I was, oh my god, my life, everything changed once you could do the skip.
Everything.
Everything.
And then don't forget the lily pad level.
Which one's the lily pad level?
The
It's
the
the
one where you
one-
have to...
It's like evil.
It's not even the level itself, it's the way you have to get to the level, which is stupid.
I have no idea what level you're talking about.
Alright,
The
so
lily-
you have
it's
to
secret
literally
level. You're on a
And-
lily pad and you gotta, like, propel yourself forward.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
I
you
remember that one
transporting Yoshi
because you
across
spray
water.
behind you. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one where you gotta transport Yoshi.
Yeah,
my
it's like
10-year-old
yeah,
attention
yeah.
span was not big enough to sit on a boat for 10 minutes. It wasn't even 10 minutes. It was like 5, but it felt like years. Does anyone remember the pinball level? That was really easy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do, because it was made of the wooden blocks and stuff. Yeah, I do.
Man, you know what game's not entirely shit?
What?
The Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
So have
like
you guys
much...
gotten Mewtwo?
I
Yeah,
don't
I
own it,
Him
but it's
playing, I
much
own
better
the
than
Wii.
3DS version.
I don't
Yeah.
have the Wii U, but I use the 3DS version. It's nice
The
for on
Wii-
the go. I have no complaints, but
The
I mean,
Wii U
yeah, the Wii U
is
version is so much better. But I mean, I've played both, and my friends have a Wii U actually. But the 3DS is nice if you're going somewhere, if you just want to challenge people, because the mechanics are the same, and I mean, it works just fine. But the Wii U is so much prettier, and like having an actual controller in your hands
You
is
can
much
actually see it. My problem is just that it's so hard for me to see on the like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people
I
have
don't-
3DS XLs. I do not.
Yeah,
so
I don't have an XL.
Yeah, so
I don't have a problem with seeing it. I just have a problem with the joystick.
Or it's like
It brings
it's like
me
you
the
can
opposite of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
can
fair.
see it. It's just like after like 30 minutes of playing, I'm like, I feel as though my eyeballs are just not having it. Like, I just
Yeah,
get
I don't have as
it's
much of a-
tiring.
I can understand that, but I agree with Jocelyn. It's more the controls that get me, really. Because, like, I don't know. like having... I'm used to the GameCube controller shape or stuff like that. So, like, using something that's not a GameCube controller is really strange. I've gotten used to it. And again, I like it for going on the go. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. I do
I'm
like
sure-
the Wii U version much better.
I'm sure that there's somebody out there that's like made a setup so they can use a GameCube controller on their 3DS.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually,
that
I've seen it.
exists.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was made really early on. Their 3DSs were like cracked open and hardwired onto a GameCube controller though, but it works. A friend of mine got Smash for the Wii U, but he didn't get it for the 3DS, and I got it for the 3DS, but I don't have a Wii U. So we traded the codes. I just gave him the code for his Nintendo account, and he got the free Mewtwo DLC codes. So I got Mewtwo for free on the 3DS, and I played him once. He seems a lot like what he was in Melee, so he's pretty bad, but he's fun enough. It's pretty nostalgic. Yeah, that's a plus at least. I don't know. It's nice to see DLC characters. That I like that a lot, but I still will stay true to Bowser no matter what.
You die-hard fan.
I am. I mean, I've played Bowser since what, '02, so yeah, I'm not gonna stop now. I'm not gonna turn on.
It's
playing
too
video
late in
now.
life.
Once a Bowser main, always a Bowser main.
That's what they say.
Is that what they say?
That's what they do say. I don't know. Fox and Falco people are different though. They've switched from Melee onwards, but like, I played Bowser and then I started playing Mario near the end of Melee, so I played him early on in Brawl. But then I switched back to Bowser, and I've played Bowser consistently since like '09 again. And I played Bowser from like '02 to like '05, '06, '07 or something like that. I played Mario for like a year or two. Then I went back to Bowser. Much better. I liked it a lot more. Even though Bowser is so bad in Brawl, I didn't care. And now he's much better.
Bowser's amazing in Brawl. He's bad in Melee.
Yeah, he's not good in Melee, but he's not really good in Brawl either. He's
I
just
think he's okay.
He's alright. He's like bottom of the tier though. He's hanging out with like all the slowy characters down there. But he's been much improved in Smash 4. Like his down A is so good now. And just a bunch of other stuff that's really nice. But yeah, he was horrible in Melee, hence why I don't play Melee very much. A lot of people still love it. Nah, never had very fond memories because I wasn't a big fighting game person at the time. So I just remember playing Bowser.
Yeah, I don't like Melee because only like 6 characters are viable.
Yeah, that's about right. But yet it's still got like the most raging meta going on. It's just like Marvel vs. Capcom. It's a game that's incredibly aged but still super popular in the mainstream fighting scene.
It's the technical aspect, isn't it? The mechanic is just a.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my God,
mechanics are
dying.
sweet. Like
Scott
it's so much
just
faster.
I'm dying.
It's faster. It's solid. It's very fun. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. And Smash 4 like tried to get more competitive mechanics in, but comparatively, it's just not as fast. I like his Smash 4 though. A lot of people do not. I'm a fan, but I don't know.
It's a half a purist game. It's like this because like the game has a lot of like unofficial mechanics which allow it to do. I'm fairly certain it's basically combo strings is the only reason people like still hang on to it. I mean,
Yeah.
Smash 4 is still pretty fast. It's fast enough to pay attention and to have like pace towards it, but up throw, up air the game what really makes me is like that. This is so entertaining to watch. They say, or like I don't know. It's been like people like you show someone like Street Fighter 4 in its early days, and like this guy's just spamming the same projectile every single time. This is bad. This is supposed to be competitive play, and it's like, what is spacing? What is zone control?
No, I completely understand. I like when I remember when I first played the first fighting game I played, I was trash. You guys all remember, it's Melty Blood. I definitely was horrible in Melty Blood. I was so bad. I first played with that one character, Shiki, but then I switched and I'm okay with it now. Speaking of fighting games, still laughing like this isn't in the podcast or something. I
Suddenly
know what you guys are
professional.
thinking.
I would laugh if I would laugh regardless.
That's good.
I like laughing. Okay.
Yeah, I love laughing. I laugh at everything. So I don't know how many of you guys follow like stuff like this, but Evo is happening soon, and I know I, for one, am sort of interested in Evo. I've gotten more interested lately, though. Some of the announced titles are like Mortal Kombat X, Smash 4 is in it, Guilty Gear, XRD, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, but we also have more classic games like Melee is in it, and so is UMVC and Street Fighter 4, though that's not really classic yet. But also recently they announced some of the side tournaments. and it's being called Anime Evo, or Animevo because they're all the anime fighting games basically that didn't make it. An older iteration of Guilty Gear's there. 4 of the games I play: Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, Under Night in Birth, Blaze Blue Continuum Shift, and most interestingly, Melty Blood Actress Again is at Evo now as a side tournament. I'm really excited.
Oh, what?
Yeah, officially. So I'm really hyped for that. I'm going to watch the stream for sure because I want to see what high-level play in Actress Again looks like nowadays.
I just remember Tekken's at Evo on
Mhm.
arcade machine.
Oh yeah, no one's going to have played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tekken's like, oh gosh, yeah. Like
Because
some
it's
of these
not
are
even
really...
going to be out in the US or something.
MKX came out really recently too for Evo to have it, like a few months. I played MKX. I've never played most of the Mortal Kombat fighting games, but I finally tried Mortal Kombat X, and it's pretty fun. I feel pretty dirty though because Justin Wong, one of the most popular fighting game players out there, he has a video of him like shaming this little kid by spamming a move as Heavy Weapons Jax. Well, Heavy Weapons Jax is my main, so I feel great about that. But I feel like honored and okay because all my other fighting games I play as like the worst characters. So I guess it's okay for me to play broken characters every once in a while. That's
it's
how I take it.
justified.
Gosh.
Whenever I think of broken characters, I just think of that Jigglypuff glitch from Melee or Brawl where you could just stay as Big Jigglypuff.
Yeah, if you like use a smash ball while
Yeah.
the Bridge of Elden is
Yep.
reforming.
You could. I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many times I've done that.
That's actually broken, but it's fun.
Yeah, that's a literal meaning of broken right there.
1v1 giant Jigglypuff. It's actually crappy because she doesn't get any stronger.
It doesn't
It just-
do anything. It's
And if you hit her, she just like flies in place for a long time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember.
So
those
Nick,
days.
are you do you think you're just happen to be attracted to the low tier characters, or is there some part of you that purposefully chooses low tier characters just to be whatever, not mainstream?
I've wondered that myself, and I think it's a mix of the two, to be completely honest. Because when I was a kid, I picked Bowser because I like Bowser. I liked the way he fought. I liked style because I thought he was bad. I liked him, and I still play Bowser nowadays, even though I know he's bad. But I still pick bad characters just because I like him. When I first played Persona 4 Arena, I really liked Labris, who's one of the worst characters in the game. She's getting a buff in the next patch, so it will be different soon. But at the moment, she's still a pretty bad character. But I liked her because her style, her fighting style, her moves, they were all pretty cool. And her visual design was really sick. But at the same time, I do think there is an element of something else there, especially nowadays, because if I've never heard of a fighting game before, then I'll pick it up, I'll play it, it'll be fine. I don't know anything about the characters, I don't know who's good and who's bad, so I just play who I like. But if I hear about a game first, and I hear about like how a character is first, then I'll be more likely to not play them really. Because, like for instance, Under Night in Birth, Gordeau is the most broken character in the game. There are 3 really good characters, and he's the best. So I knew from the get-go I didn't want to play him because he's really good. I'd have felt bad. I didn't want to like curb stomp people for no reason. It would make me feel like I don't have any skill. But at the same time, if I play really bad characters, then I get beaten all the time. So it makes me feel like I still don't have any skill, and it's because other people are playing better characters usually. If they're not, then it's usually pretty good and it's fair, but a lot of times, like in Blaze Blue, I'm going up against like Hakumen, who's like top 5, top 10, depending on who you ask, and I'm playing Tsubaki Ayoi, depending on who you ask, is the worst character in the game, or second to worst character in the game. So, I don't know. I think it's a tough situation. But to answer the question, I guess, usually I pick them based on their style, but lately I've also been picking them because of if I hear a tier list. So if I have no outside interference, style, play style, visual appeal, if I do, that's probably going to color it a bit, I guess. But I don't know, that still doesn't mean I don't get salty. So I guess it's kind of like people watching Titanic and they're like, ooh, Jack and the thing and all the stuff, even though it's a pretty sad movie. That's kind of how I feel when I'm getting annihilated in fighting games. I'm like, this is inevitable. This ship's gonna sink.
Oh, did you guys know about like the alternate ending to the Titanic? That's like, yeah, it's an actual thing they taped. It's on
Wait,
YouTube.
really?
Yeah,
is
it's like an actual ending. I didn't make it. It's like when she's going to throw the necklace off at the end. It's like the whatever explorer guy ends up freaking like grabbing her and stopping her from doing it, and he's like, "No, you can't freaking do that." And she's like, "Okay, fine." And he's like, "Give me the necklace," and she's like, "Oh, I'm not giving it to you." And he's like, "Please, I just want to hold it for a minute." So she's like, "Okay, I'll trust you." And then he just holds it for a minute, and then she snatches it back from him and throws it into the ocean. So it's a lot less dramatic, but
I
it's
mean, I
interesting.
haven't seen original Titanic, so I'm just assuming that you're correct.
You've never seen the Titanic?
No.
You should watch it.
How?
It's the best movie.
How have you not seen the Titanic?
Do I look like
I haven't
I
seen
Well, I
Titanic
didn't watch
either,
it
to
until
be
I watched it
honest.
with you, and I was like 17.
I mean,
But you
still,
didn't watch
but you've
it
seen
either?
it.
I did
They
when I was
suck.
17 with
Titanic.
Nick.
Yeah, it's everyone has to have someone to be forced to watch the Titanic for. That's a thing.
Come on,
that
you guys
usually happens.
suck.
You expect me to sit through a 4-hour movie when I could just watch anime?
You think I
Same.
watched a movie for 4 hours? No, I'd always watch the second half of the movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole movie until I was like 18.
I mean,
But,
like,
like-
I know how it ends, sort of.
ship doesn't-
The ship
Spoilers.
sinks. There's that whole thing with the girl and Leonardo DiCaprio where they're like, 2 people could have fit on that raft or whatever.
They're wrong. They literally
That's all
couldn't.
I know about
They
Titanic.
couldn't have. It would have submerged.
Yeah, because they show that in the scene. He tries to get on and the thing almost flips. So he like backs off. But everyone's like, oh, he could have gotten on. Well, if you want to both die, then sure. Losers. Anyway.
You
Can't
guys want
believe
some
that you guys
Titanic
didn't
fun
see it.
facts?
What?
Go on, hit me.
You guys want some Titanic fun facts?
Here's your top
What?
10 Titanic facts featuring Squirtle Squadcast. Go!
Like the graveyard where like all the dead people went is like in my hometown.
Really?
Seriously?
Oh, duh,
Yeah.
Halifax. Yeah. Yeah. I was a huge Titanic buff when I was a kid, actually.
Oh my god,
Am I,
of
So-
am I
course
the
you
only one
were.
who watched Titanic on VHS when I was 8 years old? As in, like, all of it at once? On VHS,
Oh, wow.
nonetheless?
Yeah, no,
Wait.
see, when I was a kid, you know the VHS, it was 2 VHSs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would just pop in the second one, which happened right after they hit the iceberg. That's how I would watch it as a kid. I'd just be like, I don't want to watch this first part. It's gooey and romantic and icky and stupid. And so I just watched the ship sink and all of them panic, and it was really well done. And I never cared about the romance story until like I was 18 or something. I saw it in
Yeah.
3D in the movie theaters, and I was like, wow, this is a pretty good
3D.
romance story, actually. So.
Titanic. 3D. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, the first half is just filler. It's like, here's Jack, he's poor. Here's Rose, she's rich. They fall in love, but he's still poor and she's still rich.
Oh.
And that's it for like 2 hours, and then they hit the iceberg,
How long is this film?
and then
It's like
a gun
hours.
goes off.
Is it
Gun.
really?
Yeah.
You thought I was
What
stroking,
is
weren't
wrong
you?
It's a James Cameron film. What would you
Yeah.
expect?
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
When I
Yes!
said it was on 2 VHSs, I wasn't kidding.
It won like 14 Oscars.
Yeah.
And none for
Best-
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Still going. What do we
194 minutes? What is wrong with this movie?
What's not wrong with
Everything.
Have you-
Why do you think I haven't seen it yet?
Oh
You know what?
my
As a psychic with my crystal ball and a cold reader, I can make a very acute observation that I can bet serious amounts of money that Marissa has never seen a Scorsese flick. Do you honestly like? Could Marissa sit through all 3 hours and 2 minutes of Casino?
no.
I
No.
don't even know what that is.
Oh, that film is raw with an XXX all over it. Someone else has seen this film, obviously, with De Niro and.
Martin Scorsese is only 5'4".
Oof,
Just saying. Sorry.
oof, oof,
Woof.
woof, woof.
You know what? Scott, do you know what long I sat through though?
Pardon? I just zoned out.
I sat through Lawrence
completely.
of Arabia.
Oof. That's a good
Lawrence
film,
of
though.
Arabia, British Beatlemania.
Yeah, I've never seen any of these movies.
Oh, that's a film
Yeah,
you
that's
would
a
want to
good
sit through.
film.
Have you seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Marissa?
Duh. Okay, come
Good.
on. Look at me.
I don't
Look
think I've
at
seen
me.
that.
Look, it's my voice.
Exactly. Of course. I made Will watch that because I was like, you have to watch this.
How did he? Wait, recently?
Not like a couple of years ago.
How did he react? Had he never seen it?
He had never seen it. He's
Well, I
like,
feel so bad for Will. How must he have reacted? But
he humored me. He can't just be like, screw this, because
I
you're
would
like
have considered it if I were him. But
not allowed to say that when you're dating somebody, I think.
oh,
Yeah,
that's what
you
you
are.
think.
Just
Of
I don't
course,
know
I'm
what you're
single
thinking.
now.
Oh, okay.
So what do I have to say? But
Yeah, you just gotta mute your mic.
Well, I mean, not audibly.
I don't know. I like movies a lot. When I got to college, a lot of my friends, it was funny, they didn't know a lot of movies either, and I felt kind of like sad because like all these movies that made up my childhood that I watched a lot, they didn't like know any of them. I was so sad. Most of them were also not very childlike movies. Like I was like, "Why you haven't seen the X-rated version of RoboCop?" And they were like, "Oh," and I was like, "What's wrong with you?" I watched it when I was 7.
Has
What?
anybody else seen the classic John Cusack movie Better Off Dead? Because that's my favorite. And no
Can't
one
say-
else I've ever met has seen it.
Can't say I've seen that one. No.
It's a classic.
I'm gonna leave you in
I
the
really
dark.
are from.
I got like
What's
the
that town?
weirdest film
Yep.
stuff from my parents.
Nothing wrong with
You
that.
are from Portland, aren't you?
No, I'm from freaking Santa Clara, California.
Oh, same place to me,
Yeah.
honestly. The
Yeah.
Same.
West Coast is just like California and Portland.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, West Coast.
I need a kobold geomancer. On another note, by the way, on another note, I was a very fortunate child that my father had all of the first 2 Terminators on VHS,
Yes.
and that much, you know.
I could still
dun,
cry
dun,
at
dun, dun.
Terminator 2, probably.
Got
Like,
that
if I
ending.
get emotionally invested in it. Because when I was a kid, I sure cried at that. That was a sad ending. No kidding. For an action movie? Man.
It had it all. It had action. It had romance. It had thriller, drama. The best score you could ever believe. Dun 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 dun. You know, come on. Every time like the Genesis trailer comes on, right, and it doesn't have that tune until the very end, the closing cinematic.
Yeah.
And I'm there, and I'm watching. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dun 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 dun. And
Yeah, I loved it because it's fun. One of the few examples of a sequel doing much better than the original. Like Terminator was great. Terminator did well. Terminator 2 knocked it out of the park. Oh boy.
we don't talk about Freeform potentially.
No, we don't.
Genesis. Do you hear
Yeah.
that? Because Cameron wasn't directing Free, Arnold was trying to get into politics. He went up to Cameron and said, They want me to do this film. I don't really want to do it. And he says, what shall I do, Cameron? And Cameron says, ask for 30 million, no less.
And they gave it to him?
Yeah, he gets paid. Yeah, it's a crap film. It's absolutely disgustingly awful. But he,
Man.
he gets it, and he gets paid an absurd amount of money. Then there's Salvation, the same writers, by the way. That's important to note.
That makes sense.
And it's not.
What about the new one? I've heard like nothing about Genesis, but
Who wrote it? Let's have a look.
no idea. It hasn't come out yet, as far as I know. If it has, I'm unaware. The only thing I know about it is that Terminator Genesis ruined Triple H's entrance at the recent WrestleMania. Ruined. Holy cow. Triple H, for those of you unaware, is a really cool wrestler. It's been wrestling since like the 90s. And he usually comes out with these awesome like king entrances. He comes out this time in the most strange outfit. I'll post a picture or something in the video. He comes out this strange outfit inspired by the Terminator. He's also holding heads of Terminators. And he like, oh, it was bad. That was very sad.
Why did I
Wow.
think that Triple H was like a K-pop band?
I thought it was like some type of medicine.
That's preparation, H.
It's bad.
Triple H's new name,
Oh,
preparation.
I need
H.
some soothing Triple H.
Wait, is it worse than this one? I'm gonna pull it up in here.
This
Like-
guy is a whole foot taller than Martin Scorsese.
One
yeah,
whole
he's pretty tall.
Uh,
Triple H is the game. That's his nickname. But
is this whole thing gonna be in Spanish?
How do
What?
you find a Spanish article?
Google.
Triple H is an icon in the WWE and
This characterized.
characterized as game? Juice?
game, yeah.
No, it's
Nah.
game.
Triple H is game. He's game. Triple H has game.
I guess his game is like is known as a spectacular form of ingressor.
Man, he probably has better
Characterized
game than
as
us.
Conan the Barbarian, Triple H already is a part
A
of
part of
the biggest event of the WWE and can
can
say
say
that.
that
Stop it!
that the
Okay.
future member. What?
I don't know what Salon means. Oh no.
When you said
Isn't
Conan
that like a
the Barbarian,
Yeah, that's what it says. Conan, comma El Barbaro.
okay.
I mean,
all
hopefully
I-
that's Conan the Barbarian.
I assume that's. It's not like
all I
Conan
pictured
the
was
Barber.
Dave the Barbarian.
No.
Dave the Barbarian.
No.
Yeah. You don't know that show?
No, that was the best.
Yeah, that show was the dope, man.
Bubba
In
Barbarian.
WrestleMania 31, the King of Kings.
That's his
uh,
nickname
Wow.
too.
Something. I assume that means fought? Sting?
Fought
probably?
Sting.
He did fight Sting.
And
yeah.
all of his fans asked how he would open this time to fight for the interests of the empire. No, I don't-
That's not
Isn't
bad.
Infesta like printer or something?
He wrestles. He's the leader of a stable called the Authority. So like basically
maybe.
the Empire.
Man, it sounds like WoW lore.
My
It
favorite.
is.
Okay, but my favorite
Have
Spanish
you seen
fact-
the Undertaker, Jasem?
Oh my god,
Oh
the
my
guy.
god.
Okay, screw the guy, okay, who was playing WWE versus SmackDown. No, WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2006, okay, picks Undertaker, won't skip the intro. I'm
I
sitting
know.
there 5
It's like
minutes.
3-4 minutes long.
It's like, you know, like in my country, right, it's when people play FIFA, right, and every single goal, every single tackle, every single foul.
Oh, they
watch
pause
the
it and
No,
replay?
they watch. Yeah, they watch the replay. Or the guy, okay. When I play FIFA, right, I like to make tactical macro decisions midway through the match. So make a substitution or change my formation, and the guys next to me like, do what you're doing, man. Just play FIFA, right? Just play, man. Oh man. Wait. And then he turns the PlayStation off. Then he goes off, has a sulk, and I'm just thinking, I just wanted to play the game. And apparently you're not allowed to use half the features they added in this version. You can only just sit there and twiddle thumbs for a bit. It's disgusting. But if anyone gets a PlayStation 2 emulator, we get NetPlay on SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Yeah, 2008 is important because the ones before that had horizontal running. You could only run in horizontal planes, but in this one you could run in 8 diagonal planes as well. That was very important.
That is important.
I don't know if anyone's ever played these games, but in the
Yeah, I
old
have
versions,
2K14.
yeah, 2K14. Ugh, yeah, but they started censoring it. You want the ones before 2010
Yeah, fair.
with a creative finisher which lasts about 4 minutes. But you try and do a clothesline right, and you have to get it pixel perfect. Like we talk about pixel perfect. You had to like line it up on the exact Y plane. You had to, otherwise you'd miss it, and you just run around in circles hitting the ring ropes. You know, we're talking about. You know, why are we playing Melody Blood? Why don't we just play SmackDown vs. Raw on the PlayStation 2? Like, we talk about tier lists, right? It's literally this guy has a stat total of 56. This guy has a stat total of 97. Who are we gonna use? It's like Pokemon, but worse.
It's true.
I could see who you play in that game, Scott, knowing your
John
best
Cena.
character
Yeah, he
selection.
plays Cena.
Cena is
Oh
like
my
Cena's like
goodness.
95 plus for the last 7 games. He's broken.
Yeah,
Is that
yes.
like is that the seal tier?
Yes,
You-
it is the
yeah.
highest. Like in 2K14, there are only 3 characters with a rating of 95. That's John Cena, The Rock, and Shawn Michaels. They're the only 3. Even the Undertaker isn't that high.
Yeah, everyone plays Triple H as well, or if you're playing the old PlayStation ones, you play The Rock and Brock Lesnar. Or the guy who picks Brock Lesnar every single time and just bring it. F5, 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 F5.
Triple suplex, 5 suplex, suplex, 5.
That's the worst one as well. Kurt Angle's like triple soup or tripping in German suplex has the longest animation ever. No, worse. The guy who picks Rey Mysterio and does... Because in 2006 you could save up finishes, you get 3 in a row.
Yeah,
The
you
guy
can do
who
that
just-
in 2K14 too.
It's disgusting, right? It's the guy who does a 619 with its 4-minute animation cycle, picks you up, does it again 3 times in a row, and then pins you, and then breaks the pin because
Yeah, I know people like that too.
hate that
Oh
game.
god.
Hate that.
Fun times. Fun times.
You know, Uzi's watching Extreme Rules right now on WWE.
Really?
So you're
right
gonna
now.
say Eurovision, and I was like, no.
Shit,
One
I
of my
need to watch-
friends is watching Eurovision. How's it going?
I
I don't
haven't been paying
know.
attention.
Okay.
Wait, what's
I just know-
Eurovision?
It's where Europe sings and dances, and it's the content.
All of Europe sings and dances
Yep.
together.
Oh, get on it,
Is
Scott. Come
Simon
on.
Cowell in it?
No, I don't
Nah,
think
No,
man,
I don't really
it's,
care.
it's apparently a cultural talent show to bring the European nations together. It's actually just a political
Oh,
allegiance
Oh,
channel.
what was that? Oh,
I hope Russia wins.
Wow.
Yeah, Russia's
Russia
probably bought.
exerts its dominance like the Soviet anthem starts playing as they march across the stage.
They probably
okay.
bought out all the votes.
Wait, let me.
All right, so we have a lot of listeners who are interested in a certain League of Legends video game. Well, another game of the MOBA genre came out in open beta recently, Heroes of the Storm by Blizzard. Generally, it's similar to League, but it's a lot more simple, in my opinion. Basically, there are no items and no gold, so you're just kind of running in and like destroying each other. There are assassin roles, tank roles, support roles, and specialist roles who are generally good at doing unique things like split pushing or jungling or something like that. And yeah, it's a pretty fun game, and Scott and I have been playing it a lot over the past couple of days, and it's certainly been an interesting experience.
Well,
Interesting.
do tell.
I don't know, man. So I played it. I played it with Zach. Garth came in as well. We did 3-man queues. It's like, so you everyone's like, most of us have played a bit of Dota. We played far too much League of Legends, which isn't healthy for you.
Yeah.
And so then you boot up this game, right? It's got the tutorial, it's got the progression system, the level system, the quests. It's all nice. And you boot it up, and you're like, right, let's get down. What are we doing? And you quickly realize that it feels like everything you do does not matter. You know, you can just run in and die. It doesn't matter. You can you don't have to kill creeps. You don't have to have any kind of I don't know. It's
You don't have individual levels. Like, you have a team level, and everyone levels up at the same time once they get enough experience. So it's like you can't really like snowball or feed hardcore in the game.
So it's
Since,
like
you know,
super
it's
casual
completely
compared to
based on
League.
the-
Do you
Yeah,
think
I
that,
mean, I
like,
think it's-
casual moms will get into this?
Probably, yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
yes. Finally, the
I
game
have-
for the
the
casual
game I've been
mom.
searching for.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to meet casual moms, try out Heroes of the Storm.
Here's a storm.
You know, they play
Yeah.
it just because they can't keep away from Diablo's sexy body.
Yeah,
Same.
I had a friend up at college who was really big into WoW for a while. So he got Heroes of the Storm because Warcraft and Blizzard made it. He was very interested in it, and I watched him play it a few times. And yeah, I noticed the same sort of thing you guys were talking about. It just seemed like a lot of individual actions didn't matter as much. You couldn't customize yourself as much because items weren't a thing. So I mean, there was less stress. You didn't have to worry about certain things, but there was also a lot less form of achievement. And I don't know, it just seemed a lot more gimmicky, I guess I should say, because I know like each map has like a special feature, doesn't it? Which is cool
Yeah.
that they're different maps, but like some of those are way more important than like say
I mean,
Old Summoner's
Like
Rift.
Yeah.
Hunt Dominion is much more important than Summoner's Rift.
Well, it's not like that. It's like whatever. All of the maps, there are like 7 of them or something, and they all have whatever. They're all shaped like Summoner's Rift, and they all have the same turret, inhibitor, nexus structure. The difference is that each map has a sort of unique gimmick. Like whatever, one map will have you like gathering seeds in the jungle to like grow a giant plant that does a lot of damage to towers, and another has like little raven tokens you need to collect, and when you collect 3 of them, it makes all the enemy minions you reduce to 1 HP or something
Wow.
like that.
The sand one is the worst. Like, oh my god! Like, you talk about imbalanced or just unfair. It's the one that, like, I feel like the way to play that one is to contest points. It's not like collecting, where some of them you collect map currency and then you get the pirate cannonball, or you get the big stupid dragon knight which doesn't die and flings you halfway across the map, or the stupid plant golem which disables your turrets or something like that, or the stupid web weaver which gives you 3 minions, or the stupid curse 2-minute curse which disables your towers and makes all your minions have 1 health, and everyone has AoE spells. But now this one, you just stand on a point and it kills your nexus and you can't do anything about it.
Really?
Someone's bitter.
Yeah, you like control a capture point, and it's just got like this giant laser that's just like freaking like one-shotting towers and stuff.
Do you get to
So-
choose what map you play on, or is it like random?
I think you get to choose maybe if it's ranked, but we're not max level or whatever, so
Oh,
we can only do like random map, which is fine. I mean, it's a very similar experience. With each one, it's just like a different little mini game going on.
Mhm. So what are your overall opinions on it?
I think it's
Potential.
a fun game. Yeah, I think it CLG potential, but yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, it is exciting to play since I've played League so much. I kind of know everything about it, and it's sort of like a rush to like be like, holy shit, why did that champion just blow me up, and what does this skill do, and what's happening? I don't know. Like, it's overwhelming, but it's good to be overwhelmed again.
I guess that's what would happen to me if I played League again, since it's been a while, so I wouldn't know like most of the new characters. I'd be like, oh, I have no idea what they're doing. But
who is
Yeah.
this dolphin character, and why is he in my game?
There's no
Dolphin.
Don't worry.
oh,
It's actually
there's,
a
like, a
little, it's
guy
a
with
little
a
black
shield
boy
or
that
something.
can rewind time. It's not actually a dolphin.
there's like a
I wanted
shield
to
guy,
be a dolphin so bad.
and there's like a girl with a gun who has a jetpack or something. And
a
like,
girl with a dragon tattoo.
no,
Wait,
maybe
who
I
is
don't
this
know.
girl with a gun and a jetpack?
She's blue. I don't know
assume
much
he's
about.
talking about
Tristana?
Jinx.
No, I know about Tristana. She's newer than Tristana.
I think
Well,
he means
Tristana got-
Jinx.
Oh,
I think
Jake.
it's Jinx.
Oh yeah, that was
definitely.
her. It's Jinx. Yeah.
She doesn't have a jetpack.
I don't
Well,
know.
I guess she shoots. Doesn't she like grab a rocket launcher and shoot up when she?
Yeah, it's a rocket launcher. That's what it was.
Jinx
I
has
just
a
know she's
jetpack? Jetpack?
Oh,
Yeah, so her mega death rocket, she holds it, and then it,
Jinx has a death.
You think I
Oh.
know League?
Man, what's League of Legends?
Yeah, it's been a while. But, oh well. Like I mentioned, if they were going to pull me in any time, it would be with this new magical girl Lux skin. But,
that skin is pay to win, by the way. You like
What do you
can't
mean?
see it. You can't see any of the particles, and it feels like her ult is just like massively bigger. I
that's
don't know.
Yeah.
beautiful.
Her
They
Q and
both-
E look the exact same.
they do normally, don't they?
No.
No, you can usually tell them apart.
Hmm, that's interesting. Well, in any case, yeah, Heroes of the Storm, I guess since it's a completely new experience, that's always really fun. And I know a lot of people who played Blizzard games really like it because, yeah, like Diablo is popular, there's StarCraft stuff in there, and WoW. And that's all really big. So I can imagine it's really cool to be able to, see those characters and play as them. I had a friend actually who played this game called Guardians of Middle Earth. He was back home, and it was a Lord of the Rings MOBA, played just like any of the other ones. Most of the characters were actually very similar to League characters, like who was it? Legolas is like basically Ash, stuff like that. It was
Mhm.
pretty interesting, but yeah, MOBAs can be pretty fun. They're addicting, and it's cool that there's more diverse ones coming out that can like bring new interest to the community. Because like I always think if there's just one game, then that's always a problem. And if League's just the big game that dominates, even if Dota's getting bigger, too, like Dota is now challenging it as well. But
It's always challenged it, arguably. When Dota 2 came out, I mean, they always talk about the international prize pool always being bigger and the viewership. It's very interesting though because on that spectrum you got Valve's Dota, which is the granddaddy of MOBA. It's the forefront. It's where it all started. It's needlessly complex, has more heroes, bigger map, bigger meta game, bigger everything really, and more complicated mechanics. Pulling, stacking, or walking is more prevalent. All these other things which League doesn't probably have or has on a simplified scale. And then you have League, which is its middle ground, spectator sport, pulling in the big numbers, number one on Twitch viewership every single day, nearly every single time of the day. And then you got this game by Blizzard, a game that doesn't have and never will have all chat, doesn't have a surrender vote option, is hilariously pay to win in traditional Blizzard fashion, but it's incredibly casual. There's no complex last hitting mechanic. There's no gold gain. In fact, there's even no individual contribution. It's all a team effort. So they're taking it from that perspective, and I guess they're rightly so because MOBA games or action RTS games or whatever you call these games have a bad reputation.
yeah, they've gotten so lately. I mean, look at me. I quit League because just how toxic the community can be. So making it like less competitive in any way, I mean, that makes it less fun in some regards. But it also makes it so that people are less like angry and hateful
But
towards each other. So
at the same time, it's like, I mean, it might just because I'm a new player, but you know, I don't feel bad in Heroes of the Storm if I die a lot in feed. It's just like
That's also
whatever.
true.
I'm running in and dying, and so does everyone else. So it's fun.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
true in League too.
It's not like you can lose the game because mid laner got a first blood and can buy an extra Doran's ring before minions spawn. It's like you die, you give up first blood. Okay, they have.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter because the game is
Oh.
is spread evenly.
One
It's more
thing
about player skill.
One thing I dislike about Heroes of the Storm, though, is that the respawn timers when you die are just so long. Like at 15 minutes, it takes like 60 seconds just to
Hours.
respawn.
Wow. So what is it like 30?
I don't know. The games aren't that long. I think the games are only like 20 minutes usually.
That Valor game was 35 minutes, remember?
Yeah, but
So it sounds like basically League is definitely way more competitive, but Here's the Storm is way more laid back, and
I
I,
mean,
guess those each have their own pluses and minuses, right? So.
yeah, I can't make a judgment like that though, because you know I'm a first day Heroes of the Storm player and whatever. I've played League for 3% of my waking life, so.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I don't know. I mean, I think I've heard similar opinions from all around the boards, so it's not like it's just you. Like everyone's saying that too. So, I mean, that's fair. And I don't know. When it comes to competitive games, I really like competition at certain times, but I also really like laid backness. It depends on what mood I'm in and how good I am at the game. Like for instance, if I know I'm bad at a game and no one gives me crap for it, then I enjoy playing it and even competitive because I know if I lose, it's not that big of a deal. But if people give me crap for it and I know I'm bad, I feel really bad about it. I'm like, oh, why am I even playing this? All right. Well, that's about all the time we have today. I hope you all have enjoyed this discussion. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe our videos and give us feedback on how our discussions are going and how much you enjoy them. And thank you all very much for tuning in. We'll see you in a few weeks. Bye bye.